If you're trying to lose weight, here are 8 myths that are keeping you fat. See, I used to think you being fat was your fault, man, but you've been lied to your whole life. You focusing on this bullshit instead of focusing on the shit that's gonna help you accomplish your fitness goals. You can stop being fat, and your kids can stop getting made fun of when they fat dad and moms come to the parent-teacher conference. See, stop giving a about these 8 things. The first thing you need to stop giving a about is eating after 8. I hear this all the time, man. Yo, man, you can't eat after 8 or you get fat. Or people ask me, man, do you eat at night, man? Like that's the thing. Calories don't know what time it is. Fat cells don't have a bedtime. There's some science behind this. This was a study done in 2002. It showed that eating later shifted the metabolism slightly. There's people who work night shifts, but it wasn't enough to make a big difference. Like it was negligible, almost negligible. The main thing you should concern yourself with when it comes to losing fat is total daily calories, not so much meal timing. And here's the study right here. All right, meal timing, it didn't make a big difference. You can read the study on your own if you don't, or you can just fucking listen to me. I'm not fat. So here's what you should do instead. You gotta focus on your total calories throughout the day, your total caloric intake. Because here's the thing, my biggest meal is always at night. I eat like a goddamn king at night. And the few reasons I do that for me is because I eat less throughout the day because I feel like I have more energy when I'm light. When you eat a lot of food, it's just kind of heavy on your stomach. And at night I get full. So I backload all my calories. It doesn't matter if I do that or not. It's all about total caloric intake. So what you need to start doing is tracking your calories. If you're serious about losing fat, and it doesn't matter when you eat right before bed. You can eat in the bed. As long as you are tracking your calories and you're in a caloric deficit, you will lose fat. I like aggressive cuts. When you get aggressive, take your body weight in pounds, multiply it by 10, that's how many calories you need. You start eating that many calories and not a calorie over that, you will lose fat. Guaranteed, 100%. Don't sweat the schedule of eating, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna be all right. Another thing you need to stop giving a fuck about is avoiding seed oil. And I'm not saying that they're great for you. It's really majoring in the minors. 1,500 Americans die every day of obesity-related diseases, right? To put that in perspective, 3,000 people died on 9/11. So obesity in America is like a 9/11 every other day, but it doesn't get the kind of national attention because it's gradual. They're not getting fat and dying because of seed oils. They're getting fat and dying because of the calories. Calories in, calories out. And I'm not saying seed oils are great, but it's majoring in minors. Get skinny first, then worry about seed oil, right? If you need to lose a lot of weight, one step at a time, fat boy. First focus on losing that fat. Then if you want to worry about seed oils like a Whole Foods yuppie, and you can do that. You and your girlfriend can go to fucking Trader Joe's and look for all this shit without seed oils in it. But it's not a big deal. Here's a study from Johns Hopkins University showing that moderate consumption of seed oils is not a big deal, you know? And this study came out in 2025, right? And they just go well into it. Johns Hopkins University, man. And there's another study from the British Journal of National Reviews said there's no strong evidence that vegetable oils promote fat gain, right? It's really all about eating too many calories. Now, I'm not saying that seed oils are great for you. I'm sure there's other reasons to stay away from them outside of body composition, but you gotta understand those reasons have nothing to do with body composition. But also, most studies show that normal consumption of these oils is not a fucking big deal, man. Another thing you need to stop doing is fucking detoxes and cleanses. All that shit is bullshit. You can forget about all that detox teas, detox juices, cleanses, flux toxins. Yo, it doesn't work, right? So here's a review in the Journal of Human Nutrition in saying that no evidence that detox diets improve fat loss. Your liver and your kidneys, they detox your body, right? All this detox teas and detox juice, it's bullshit. It's all marketed. If you care about detoxification, make sure you get enough sleep. Make sure you stay well hydrated. If you're well hydrated, your kidneys will function better. You know what I'm saying? And eat nutritionally dense food, man. These kind of things will support your body's natural detoxification. You'll stay healthier without any goddamn gimmicks, right? This is one that's going to be controversial. All the yuppies are going to get mad at me for this. Somebody's going to be listening to this at a Whole Foods or a Trader Joe, and they might throw their phone on the floor or start crying. You can stop worrying about organic versus non-organic. Most of that organic shit is a scam. Let me tell you why. You are allowed to put organic on your food and sell it in the grocery store. You can give it that label as long as your food was not produced with synthetic pesticides. Those foods, almost all of them still have pesticides. They're just using natural pesticides. That word is used kind of loosely. And there's studies that show that those natural pesticides are oftentimes just as carcinogenic as the synthetic ones. So you paying more for a different version of the same shit because it still has pesticides. 100% of the shit you buy in the grocery store has pesticides. If it's not synthetic pesticides, they can call it organic and charge your goofy ass twice as much for it. There's also a study in the Journal of Clinical Nutrition. There's no significant fat loss difference between organic and conventional diets once calories are controlled. From a body composition standpoint, if that's why you're buying organic food, it's useless. Now, if you want to do it for other health benefits or something, yeah, you're probably just getting scammed, bro, because they definitely still have pesticides, 100% without exception. You're paying more for nothing. Here's one more thing. I'm making all my white fans upset with this video, but I love y'all. Artificial sweeteners. You can stop giving a fuck about that, man. Sucrose is probably the most studied compound in history. And all the evidence shows that if you consume artificial sweeteners in normal dosage, I'm not telling you to drink 25 Diet Cokes today, it's safe. These compounds are not new. Like, they've been around for a long time. There's a large meta-analysis saying there's no evidence that shows that for weight gain, that they have any effect. Artificial sweeteners can actually help reduce your calorie intake and support fat loss because there's no calories. So I drink Coke Zero multiple times a day. I probably drink 3-4 Coke Zeros a day. I put Splenda in my green tea. I drink 3 green teas a day. Real sugar is far worse for you than artificial sweetener. And it's not even close. I have a whole video about how bad sugar is for you. You can check that out. Sugar is awful, mainly because it has a lot of calories. And when people say, man, I'll take some natural sugar over artificial sugar, yo, man, table sugar, you don't know how it's made if you think that's natural sugar. It starts off as sugar cane, and it's processed into molasses. That molasses is processed into brown sugar. That brown sugar is processed into table sugar, right? So it's been processed 4 times. If you think that's fucking natural, you out your goddamn mind, right? The closest thing to natural sugar is the fructose that you get from fruit. That's way better if you're eating whole fruit because it has fiber in it that mitigates a lot of the negative effects, but it still has calories. Still just calories in, calories out, man. All my pre-workouts probably have artificial sweetener in it, and I drink a lot of green tea. I consume a lot of, probably an above average level of artificial sweetener. My health is literally perfect. I'm in better shape than you. Haven't been sick in 8 years. But then again, nobody in my family has cancer. Maybe if cancer ran in my family, maybe I take more precautions with artificial sweeteners. Small amounts of studies have shown that there could be a link. The rats that died, that got cancer from sweet and low, they had like their body weight in sweet and low. I don't think it's gonna kill me. Another myth you need to forget about is people think that sweating equals fat loss, right? People really believe that like you're sweating out the fat. It doesn't work like that. You lose fat when you're burning more calories than you consume, and your body will use your fat cells for energy in the absence of adequate amount of calories to sustain itself, right? That's what your fat cells are for. It's there. You store fat as a way to, your body's defense mechanism to use in times of famine. Sweat is a whole different process. What happens when your body overheats and your sweat glands secrete sweat and to cool your body down, because your body cools down as the sweat evaporates from your skin. Human beings, we have very sophisticated sweat glands. Dogs, they don't have sweat glands. Even though a dog doesn't sweat, it pants instead of sweating. A dog can still get fat and lose weight without sweating at all. Fun fact, human beings have sophisticated sweat glands. That's why 100 humans would beat 100 gorillas. The gorilla, one, he's full of fur. He gonna get hot as hell. He don't have the same kind of sweat glands we do, so he would overheat and fucking die in the heat of battle. Now the first 20, 30 humans, they're gone. Another myth, this one is, I don't think people still listen to this, but this was big when I first started working out, is you gotta eat 6 small meals a day. There was a study came out in 2015, showed there's no difference between 3 meals and 6 meals when protein is matched. So increased frequency on fat oxidation and perceived hunger, there was no difference. And then there's also a study that came out in 2025 that showed that 3 meals a day can help regulate hunger better than 6 meals a day, meaning the people were more satiated. So yeah, man, you don't need 6 meals a day. I don't think people are still believing in that, but sometimes I meet somebody my age who still like, yeah, man, so I gotta eat six small meals a day. Here's the thing though, there may be a slight anabolic benefit to doing that. Like if you're trying to gain muscle, as much muscle as possible, probably better to get protein around the clock. How much better? I don't know. Last thing you don't need to worry about when it comes to fat loss is worrying about caffeine spiking your cortisol. I've heard people say that lately, like, yo, caffeine spikes your cortisol level. There was a study that came out fucking 20 years ago, and it showed that caffeine temporarily raises your cortisol levels, but research showed that it had no long-term impact on fat loss when calories and exercises are controlled. I believe that caffeine is a necessary part of your fat loss arsenal. Caffeine is a potent appetite suppressant, meaning you'll be less hungry, so it's easier for you to control the amount of calories you consume, but you also have more energy, meaning it'll be easier for you to burn more calories. Lose fat, you gotta what? Burn more calories than you consume. Caffeine helps you do both of those things simultaneously. If you are serious about losing fat, I got another video you should watch right now that'll really put you down the path of losing the most amount of fat in the shortest amount of time. Go check out that video right now. All right.